This is BBC One for the Midlands. Midlands Today, live from the Birmingham Summit.
Good evening from the heart of the Midlands, from Birmingham, the scene of today's European Summit. Despite the promise of a Birmingham declaration from Europe's leaders, no question events here have been overshadowed by the trauma in what remains of Britain's coalfields. At around 11 o'clock this morning, 1,500 miners at the Trentham Colliery in Stoke-on-Trent learned of a temporary reprieve, at least, for their pit. By then, the summit city had witnessed the first of a day of demonstrations in support of those miners.
Pitmen from the Littleton colliery at Cannock headed a march through Birmingham of just over 100 demonstrators, mainly students from Midland colleges. Littleton pit is still open, but they fear it'll go the same way as the doomed Trentham and Silverdale pits.
We're hoping to bring to the attention of the British public the plight of the miners, the 31,000 jobs that have just been axed by a ruthless government who can't get the figures right.
They were joined outside the European Summit venue by a small group of Trentham miners. The temporary reprieve at their mine had headed off a much larger demonstration.
The people of Birmingham give us tremendous support in our struggle earlier on in the decade, and I've no doubt that the people of Birmingham have suffered as much as miners in the last 13 years, and I think they will certainly be forthcoming in giving us support, both moral and physical, when the time comes.
As the cavalcades of visiting heads of government sped from Birmingham International Airport to the summit meeting in the city centre, they couldn't be shielded from the vociferous and heartfelt protests of workers hit by the consequences of the pit closures. Latch and bachelors, who make steel winding ropes for the coal industry, have lost half their business at a stroke. Long-serving, loyal workers and executives were trenchant in their criticism.
We're here to stop this, to try and stop this damned nonsense which is being perpetrated by the government. Surely they can see for themselves the erosion of our manufacturing base. This is us. We make things. We don't import. We are manufacturers.
Well, I'm disgusted. I go to the pits, I work with the men, and I see the devastation it's caused into their families and themselves, and then I have to see the devastation it's doing in Birmingham as well to the workers of this company.
I think it's tragic. It's just not necessary. The people that are being put out of work.